Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to BariaTricks and Tips. I am Michelle Geeson, and I have got one heck of a recipe demonstration or demonstrations for you. All right. Thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me today. Today we are talking about Greek yogurt mania. This is nectar of the gods. And I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways how to use Greek yogurt that you are going to love. Greek yogurt is such a good superfood. It is chock full of protein. It's lower in calories. It's low in carbs. It's perfect. And I can't wait to show you. One thing that I want to make sure, Maya is my camera girl, so say hi, Maya.
Hi.
And Maya, if you can kind of show everyone, I've got everything in different lines. Recipe number 1, recipe number 2, recipe number 3, recipe number 4, and recipe number 5. All right, you will get all of these recipes. It was crazy. Now, Yogurt Mania is crazy to begin with, but I am probably going to be known after this broadcast as the Psycho Yogurt Girl because there were so many ways that I can incorporate yogurt into my bariatric or wellness health style, lifestyle, and it would take me forever to show you all the ways, but these are some of my favorite, okay? And there's lots of recipes that are going to be yours to keep starting at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I think 7. I'm not sure, but there might be a bonus recipe somewhere in there. All right, so let's talk about plain Greek yogurt, which is what this bad boy is, versus any of the other prepared commercial brands that you might buy that might have added crunchies or sweet treats or be chock full of sugar. You want to make sure that if you're indulging in those treats that you are counting those sugars. For me personally, I try to limit or stay away from those because the more sugar in my diet, the more likely I could get sick. And I don't want to sacrifice the work that I've done on my own personal journey. So let's talk about plain Greek yogurt at a glance. This is non-fat plain Greek yogurt. It's strained. It is super thick, as you can see here. 3/4 of a cup. Oh, and this is the Sam's Club brand. Very cost effective. If you have a Sam's Club, I'm sure Costco probably has its equivalent too. This is a 40 ounce, which is 2.5 pounds. And it's just over $4 for this. And I keep at least 3 of them in my refrigerator at all times. So we're talking 100 calories for 3/4 of a cup. And honestly, I probably have 1/4 to 1/2 cup at one sitting because I often add things into it, as you will see here today. And there goes the dog. That's fun. 100 calories, 0 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of protein. So even if you sliced that 3/4 of a cup in half or did your math, you're still getting a ton of protein per serving, okay? And I want to really drive that point home. Like I said, we've got 5 recipes here today, and regardless of your journey, whether it's bariatric, diabetic, overall wellness, just trying to reduce, whatever the reason, you are in the right place here today because you are going to see 5 recipes that are easy to do, inexpensive, and will knock your socks off. Now, my kitchen smells delicious. There's so many different flavors that my nose is smelling right now. I think it's best if we get started, okay? Let's do the most basic recipe. Maya, you come right over here, please. This is going to be my favorite chocolate pudding recipe. I myself am trying to cut down on artificial and regular sugar, but natural sugar is a mainstay in my diet, and I'm all for it. Of course, everything in moderation, which is kind of cliche, but completely to the point. So the first thing I'm going to start off with, and hold on, I am going to get, my laptop has all 5 recipes on here today, so please indulge me while I look. It's very basic. The first thing that we are going to start off with is 1/2 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And then we are going to put 1 serving or 1 scoop of protein powder. Now, The serving size for this protein powder that I have is 2 scoops, so I am gonna add my 2 scoops in there. This recipe is really best used with a hand mixer because you wanna make sure you get everything incorporated. So I'm gonna go put this to the side, so we're done with that. I also wanna use up to 3 tablespoons of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, whatever milk you want. It doesn't have to be almond. That's what I like because it's low calorie and it's a great way to help thin out what you've already established. So I'm gonna start off with 1 tablespoon, and that was exactly right. And then I'm gonna put a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract in just for a little bit more flavor. All right, and that's the base, okay? So you can make this however you want, and you're just gonna blend everything together. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining me. All right, and I think that I also like to make these things small because I don't want to make so many that I get sick and tired of it. And you want to make sure you get all the sides incorporated too. I've got a spatula here that I can help with that. I don't want to try it until I am done. And it's looking like everything is blended. Maya, did you get a real good close-up? All right. And then I just try to get everything off so I don't have to lick the spatula, which you know is probably going to happen. All right, look at how nice that is. All right, shake it off. Thank you, Taylor Swift. And let me get these in the sink and spray super quick, you guys. All right. So there we go. We have some chocolate pudding here that is absolutely wonderful. Now, I like to take it a step further. I love instant gratification, instant portion control, and ease of meal prepping all this. So whether I take a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt or I make a whole cup of Greek yogurt, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare this. And I love to buy these souffle cups and lids. I get them on Amazon. I can post the link if everybody wants to know more about them. It comes in a long sleeve and they're relatively inexpensive. You can get long sleeves that have half of them are the cups and half of them are the sleeves, or you can, if you know you're gonna use them, you can buy however many you want. So I like to make sure that since this is a 1/2 cup, I'm gonna divide it in half, which I kind of try to do, little makeshift here. And I'm gonna put this in here. And now I can menu plan, I can keep it in the fridge, and I can take it to work on the days that I'm scheduled in the office, and I can have a really nice pudding treat. So there you go, chocolate pudding. Let me come over here, give this just a little taste so I can report back to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those of you that may not like the tanginess of the Greek yogurt, it's gone. I think the vanilla extract helps on that. The protein powder has flavored it chocolatey. You can even add some cocoa in it if you wanted to change the color or make it a little bit more rich. But this is an amazing treat that is protein fortified, and I'm pretty much over the moon because it doesn't require a lot of exotic. My husband says that all the time. What kind of exotic ingredients did you use? And truth of the matter is I didn't use any exotic ingredients. So that is our first recipe. We are going to move on to our second recipe. Let me put this down here because that's where it's gonna go. We didn't need the almond milk, but I'll just put that right here. And now I can position my laptop appropriately. Next one is our ranch dressing. This is an easy, versatile recipe that you are going to love. And Maya, I don't know, Maya, do you think it would be okay if you came over here on this side? Please and thank you. And that way everyone can see what we're doing. All you need is a package of ranch dressing and a cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. And I've got 3 tablespoons of skim milk. This is Fairlife skim milk that I'm gonna use to get it to the consistency that I wanna get it to, okay? So in we go. This ranch dressing, not only wonderful for a veggie dip. Hey, Lizzie, nice to see you on. All right, let's get, actually, we are going to get my hand mixer out. Again, you stay right there, Miss Maya. And let's go like that. And okay, I got my hand mixer washed and ready. Let's mix up this bad boy. So I use this ranch dressing recipe for veggies and dip. I will tell you right now, I can safely tell you, since my husband is mowing the lawn in the backyard and he can't hear me, that I have served this to him many times and he cannot tell the difference. Now, if I told him that I would, and Maya, don't you laugh, because if you tell him, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to rat you out. But at any rate, he cannot tell the difference at all. And if he did find out, he'd be like, I knew something tastes different about it. But truth of the matter is, it might even be better, because I think that non-fat plain Greek yogurt is actually thicker than sour cream or mayonnaise even, okay? So let's put this aside and let's grab another spoon. Okay, first I'm gonna taste it and then I'm gonna talk to you about the milk. Oh my God, it's amazing. Okay, so I can use this as my dip right here. I have made it for holidays at my in-laws and no one knows the difference. It's nice and thick. Look at how thick that is. Maya, look at this. Look how nice and thick it is. Now, the milk is gonna come into play if you wanna change the consistency, which I am not gonna do right now. But I will tell you, last night for dinner, and you will receive this bonus recipe today, I actually added the milk and made it a little bit thinner, and instead of dredging my chicken in like an egg bath before I breaded it with low carb breadcrumbs, I actually dredged it in this and I made a delicious moist ranch chicken, baked chicken, and it was delicious, and you will see that recipe a little bit later. So there we go. Anyone have any questions about the ranch dressing? I'm gonna serve it with carrots. It's great. All right, 2 down. Let's keep going. The next one, I've got a yogurt parfait that is going to knock your socks off. Maya, are there any questions at all? Why are you making that face and laughing? You're not gonna tell Dad, are you? She's saying no, but she's cracking up. So if you see the camera moving around, that would be why. All right, next one, I'm gonna make you an amazing yogurt parfait. The beauty of this recipe, the beauty of any of these recipes, is that I'm giving you the base. The whole joy of cooking is to experiment with flavors and enjoy yourself and awaken your taste buds and try to find things that are healthy and colorful and bright and incorporate that into your eating so you don't feel deprived or denied of anything. That is the biggest part of my weight loss journey. It's 7 years now and I'm down 130 pounds, and I don't like being told that I can't have something, whether it's food or money or lipstick or stuff. I don't want to be told that I can't have it. So food is obviously a main component of that. So if I lift that restriction and listen to my body and listen to my senses and make things colorful and bright and cheery to where they can tickle my taste buds, then I know I'm doing myself proud, okay? So this is revolutionary, all right? I have a half a cup of Greek yogurt. Maya, come here, don't be shy. I need you to be in it, okay? So the new thing that I'm obsessed with is, hey Misty, how are ya? Okay, Maya, look at this. This is strawberry peach balsamic vinegar. Don't cringe. Now look over here. It's amazing. I bought it yesterday. I actually bought 3 different kinds of vinegar yesterday. I bought champagne vinegar. I went to a vinegar bar at a local market, and you can actually pour these to suit your own needs. A little on the expensive side, but they're not meant to use like a half a cup or a cup at a time. But this is blackberry ginger balsamic vinegar. Holy moly, you guys, it's delicious. And then this one, strawberry peach balsamic, it is to die for. And the first thing that I did, hold on, is I went and I tried it with my yogurt, because as my friend Missy and I were searching for these vinegars at this vinegar bar, I immediately thought of the yogurt. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. All right, it's clear and it's kind of a thick, and I am going to mix it. This, believe it or not, is going to add flavor to my Greek yogurt, and it's going to be the base for my parfait. Now, strawberry peach balsamic vinegar goes pretty well with fruit to begin with, especially like berries and such. So it's going to be an incredible complement to my parfait. Okay, I do want to taste it, so I'm going to get another spoon here. I'm glad you're doing well, Misty. Okay, here we go. The tanginess is gone of the Greek yogurt. I can taste a faint fruity taste. I am gonna add another teaspoon. You always wanna make sure you add things a little bit at a time, just to make sure. All right, so there we go. The vinegar, the tastes and the flavors just offset each other, and they literally tickle your taste buds. Now, hopefully you have some sort of market where you can look for these specialty vinegars. Okay, here we go. I'm in for another taste. Oh my gosh, so much better. Very, very subtle, peachy, berry type flavor. And now I can kind of layer my yogurt. Now, remember, these may seem like not a lot, but you're adding a lot of really good nutrition into this cup, and you're gonna find that a little goes a long way. Okay, so let's layer. The first thing that I wanna do is I wanna put a few strawberries into the bottom. I like the fruit at the bottom, and I like the fruit at the top, okay? So I wanna make sure that I get enough berries, which I did. Now I'm gonna spoon my yogurt, and I wanna make sure that I'm covering the bottom. And sometimes just give it a tap, tap, okay? All right, so good. Now I've got a mixed berry mix. How does a mixed berry mix? These were frozen berries from Sam's Club, so I thawed some out. All right, and now I'm gonna put another layer of Greek yogurt on top. Just gonna give it a smear. And the pièce de résistance, I've got some slivered almonds for some crunch factor. And then I can put my lid on it, and I can take this, I can take it for work, which I don't go into the office until Tuesday, so this is probably gonna be gone in 60 seconds. But those few little almonds and the flavor of the yogurt, oh my gosh, find ways to flavor this Greek yogurt. You don't have to settle for that tangy taste if you don't like it. I prefer it, I love it. I can eat Greek yogurt plain. I use it instead of sour cream. There's only one recipe that I make for my husband where I don't use it. I actually use sour cream, but that's irrelevant, okay? So I just showed you Greek yogurt parfait. Look at how amazing that looks. Questions, comments, concerns? Amazing protein in this bad boy. All right, 1, 2, 3. Recipe number 4. Let's move over. You're gonna have to move over, Miss Maya, to my rainbow crab salad, okay? The recipe that I'm giving you is the base recipe. Remember what I said about awakening your senses, using colors to entice you. You know, when you think of red, you might think of anger or hot, and blues and greens and purples are calming. This plays a huge role in the way you process things in general with the world around you, but the way that you perceive food too. My philosophy, the more colorful, the better. And this crab salad has pretty much every color of the rainbow except for blue. So if you can think of a blue vegetable besides blueberries, although I don't know, I guess I wouldn't put it past myself. It might be delicious. All right, I've got a pound of crab meat that I actually put through the food processor. So, oh, thanks, Melissa. I actually put through the food processor, and because I wanted it to be small and not chunky, okay? I've got a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt that we are gonna dump on in there, and a spatula because I anticipated that it would give me grief, it would give me trouble. Oh, Greek yogurt, how I love thee. Let me count thy ways. All right, now here is where you do what you wanna do, all right? The first thing that I have to have in here is dill, all right? Dill is like, you know, it's like my spirit animal. It's my spirit vegetable, all right? It makes me think of my grandmother, and I love the smell of it. It is truly, this was a quarter cup. You can put however much you want. I smell this smell, and I think of my grandma. It takes me right back to her kitchen, and it is a huge memory trigger for me, so I love to use it. I've got red onion here, or purple onion. I don't know why they call it red onion. And I'm just gonna I reserve the right to add more if I want, but I do love the onion in there. Of course, the people at work probably would beg to differ. Then celery for a nice little crunch. This is a cup of celery. I'm gonna try and get like a half a cup in there first. And there we go. I'll pick that up in a minute, Maya. The other thing I love about celery is make sure when you're you know, some of us discard some of the celery, take the leaves, chop them up just like you would the dill, put them on in. It's going to test your taste buds. You're gonna love it if you like celery, all right? So we've got the red onion. You can opt for some green onion. I wanna give it a taste test first, but now I've got some red pepper that I'm gonna throw on in there for some color, and the same thing with some yellow bell pepper. And I think I'm gonna take a little bit more red, all right? Because this crab salad is going to take your taste buds to another level, and if I can stir it without getting it everywhere, it's gonna be even better. But look how colorful it's starting to take shape. Now you can make this, I have eaten it before just on its own. You can eat it with, you know, some crackers if you wanted to eat crackers. One of the things I love to do is I love to buy the Aunt Millie's Carb Smart hamburger buns, and I put a piece of my favorite cheese on top, and I make an amazing crab sandwich. And the only thing I can tell you is that when I'm done eating it, I get really angry because it's gone. It is so delicious. Now, you'll also want to add salt and pepper as you see fit. Okay, but look at how colorful that is. You can serve this for a brunch with some bagels. There's really no limits to what you can do. Now, I am going to take a little taste. We need another spoon. It is delish. All right, let's do it. It is amazing, and the first thing that my taste buds go to is the dill. Hold on, I gotta get the salt and pepper. I tend to not salt and pepper this particular dish, and dishes in general, until I taste it first. That's one of the beauties of cooking. You should be tasting your food here and there and everywhere, just to make sure, because you have to enjoy it. So I'm gonna crack a little pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. And let's give it a mix. All right, so guess what I'm gonna be having for the work week? A little bit of crab salad. I'm gonna be Crabby Michelle, but happy Crabby Michelle. All right, you guys, one more go around. It's perfect. It's got a lot of flavor. More to the point, it's got a lot of crunch. So that crunch is something that aids in your satisfaction. So crunch it up, you guys. Put whatever you want in there. You can even add some slivered almonds to it, or whatever, what kind of walnuts would even be good with that too. So experiment, okay? That is our fourth recipe. Our last and final recipe is tzatziki, okay? It's a Greek cucumber dill sauce that is one of my favorites. I use it as a veggie dip. I use it right out of the refrigerator with a spoon. You can serve it with toasted pita if you're entertaining, or crackers. You can have it as an accompaniment with a turkey burger. It tastes amazing on a turkey burger. Gosh, the possibilities are endless. If you want ideas, let me know on our Facebook page, BariaTricks and Tips. But the first thing that we are gonna start off with is shredded cucumber, okay? Now, the recipe that you're gonna get today calls for 1 English cucumber. You don't have to use an English cucumber, but please make sure that it's peeled, and if it's not English, because English cucumbers don't have little to no seeds, that you go ahead and you seed it. This is probably the most labor-intensive part of this, because you have to shred it or grate it however you want. I run it through a food processor because it's easier, but I did this like 2 hours ago, and I've been letting it, I've been trying to let it dry. I salted it a little bit, and I put it on layers of paper towel. And take a look, come over here, Maya. This is still like soaking wet. I'm not gonna wring it out, okay? But as long as you get a lot of the moisture out, you're gonna be okay. So you want this English cucumber. You want 1.5 cups of plain yogurt, Greek yogurt, a couple of garlic cloves. I am gonna have to escape to the refrigerator because I totally forgot that. So Maya, why don't you come around and and then I'm gonna get the garlic. Hopefully it's within reach, and it is. I knew I was forgetting something. All right, so 2 garlic cloves, which is essentially 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. All right, we want 2 tablespoons of fresh mint. And amazing story, totally forgot about this ingredient until about 3 minutes before we started rolling here. And I just went out to my deck garden and I got the mint. It is so fragrant and so delicious. You don't have to put mint. Traditional tzatziki requires it, but I know some don't, and Maya's making a bad face. Maya, how can you not like mint when you eat your peppermint patties? Same thing. Whatever. All right, so we've got the mint. Now we need fresh dill. The base recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. I am using 1/4 cup because I love it. Love, love, love it. And now we need, we need the yogurt. Here we go. Here's the yogurt. Can't have the dip without the yogurt. This is, seriously, I'll sit here after our recording is over and I will be just eating this. Now, you want to also add lemon juice, fresh lemon, the juice of 1 lemon. I tend to use a little bit more because I really like that tanginess. Salt will also add to the mix. But the one thing that I make sure that I always do before I juice a lemon is zest a lemon. You do not want to get rid of good zest. Oh my gosh. That's where all the oils are and everything. It's absolutely delicious. So this is the juice of 3 lemons. I am going to start off using half. Okay. And I am going to add just a little bit of zest, which I shouldn't have done with my hands, but trust me, they were clean and it's fine. All right, so a little bit of sea salt, which is what this is. Black pepper to taste, which I know I should do it after, but I'm gonna get the base going because I know there's nothing in it, and I do know that it requires it. So I tend to use a little bit more cucumber than what the recipe. I've just done that over the years. Keep looking at that for a second, Maya. I am gonna add a little bit more Greek yogurt. Remember, I'm doing about 2 times the recipe right now because I actually have plans for this dip. I like to use this opportunity to cook for you as a way that I menu plan. So this is going to work with me, and I know that the ladies there are probably gonna wanna try it. So I made a little bit more than what I should have. All right, so hold on. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go ahead and take a sample. Instead of using crackers or toasted pita, I am going to use a bell pepper. Now, I like to make my bell peppers, there's like, Frito-Lay makes their Fritos and they call them scoops, or Tostitos have the scoops where you can like get more dip on it. I like to do the same, and so I make really big chunks of peppers so I can capture the most dip, all right? I do think that I'm gonna add the rest of the lemon juice, a little bit more salt, and blend it all together. That is just how I roll. And the fact of the matter is, I knew it was gonna happen. So remember, even though the recipe calls for whatever it calls for, you have the ability to tweak it to tantalize your taste buds. I actually like the way this looks better. I like the consistency of it. And now I'm gonna test it again. Huh? So much better. The lemon juice makes it so tangy, and I can smell the dill. So I know that my grandma's here, and that is our yogurt mania. Okay, Maya, pan through with this mess here. We've got chocolate pudding, ranch dressing, creamy crab salad, tzatziki, and the yogurt parfait. All right, that's a whole lot of recipes coming to you, and they will be yours starting at 3 o'clock today. I think this calls for us going back to see what's on deck next. Of course, my internet, oh here, it's loading, hold on. Facebook, BariaTricks and Tips. Now remember, I'm also on TikTok, and I have tons of little video shorts of me making things that may not necessarily be demonstrated on a live recipe demonstration. So make sure that you type in BariaTricks and Tips on TikTok, and that way you can see all of these little recipe shorts. Hold on, I'm still experimenting. All right, here we go. All right, so next week is chia seed pudding, okay? I am actually tampering with the idea of flip-flopping that with the one after and doing protein cocktails next week. So if you're looking at the list of events, those are most likely gonna be flip-flopped, because I've got some really great self-made drink recipes that will help you get your protein, help you get your water, and make your taste buds thank you, and it'll make you smile, and that's what it's all about. This journey is ongoing, okay? There's no reason why we should have to walk the face of this earth wondering whether or not we can have this or that, when we can experiment, be empowered in the kitchen, make cooking fun, make eating fun, okay? We're not sentenced to a life of limitations. We are unlimited, and anything is possible, okay? So thank you for this, spending time with me on Sunday. I really appreciate it. Have yourself a fantastic day. Bye.